Buckle up and ride is correct.
You're right there on top of it. How you doing?
I'm fired up today, my friend. How are you?
I'm fine. Why are you so fired up?
I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off all freaking week, and I think I'm just running on pure just
adrenaline kind of thing.
I feel like I'm just gonna eventually just go, and that'll be it. You'll get a phone call. It'll be like, hey,
he's done.
Yep, he's done.
See, that starts for me tomorrow. Tomorrow is where I'll have a run where it's pretty busy and so on. Yeah, look at that, John. He does show up when they lose. I'll be darned. I didn't even think that was going to happen this week. But, it's been a slower start to the week, but it'll be a busier rest of the week as I've got prepping for center tomorrow and so on. I got a couple of meetings tomorrow as well. We got like our preseason scrimmage or like event. I don't know if they do that up at Taylorville. They call it Meet the Cougars Night, where they'll introduce the teams, they'll play a little scrimmage, and we'll interview some players. We'll do some stuff, and it's kind of fun. That'll be on Friday. And then I've got center and a scrimmage on Saturday as well.
So I had UIS last night for their home opener. They played against Judson College, which is do you know?
Oh, I didn't know that you were cueing me. Judson College?
It's Judson College.
The Juggers or something?
Eagles. Real easy. But yeah, it's one of those things where Judson went up 8-4, and UIS switched out all of their big guys with their little guys, and then ran a full court press. And you hear their coach was their athletic director and is now working as their head coach as well. And he goes, "Ah, shit." It was so funny to hear him on the sideline. He goes, okay, we're switching. We'll
see. So center, I did their home opener on Monday as well, and they were up by 15 points with 18 minutes left in the second half. And I thought, okay, they'll cruise to a win. They were the better team. And then they played Mount St. Joe's, which is a school in Cincinnati. Mount St. Joe's in the second half proceeded to shoot 76% from the field after shooting 24% in the first half. Just absolutely unconscious stuff. It was wild. Yeah, Steven, your boys from Bethel last night gave a good fight to the Tops, but Tops ended up pulling away. It seemed like it was a close game. I hated it. Steven asked me if I could go, but we had a college signing yesterday at 5:30, and there was just no way for me to be able to pull both off. I wish I could have, because that would have been fun to get down, because I've been to a basketball game, and honestly, and I'm not going to count WKU at UK.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've been to a WKU basketball game since I think we went to one. Like, you remember, there's like a Sunday afternoon game in like February against.
There was nobody there.
Like Southern Miss or something. Yeah. And I think they won. Couldn't tell you if they did or not, but that's the last time I think I went to a game there.
But yeah, I was saying all that. We had our very first media day. We've never done it. Generally, I show up to a practice, take a couple pictures, talk to the coach about what goals he has for the season, and that's about it. Well, this year they did a whole thing with Tommy TV photos, a whole like media with press, with a press conference and everything. And it was so funny because the players came out there and we were like, all right, spell your name and tell us what year you are. And they're like, what? Why do you need me to spell my name? Because it's a real press conference. Come on, let's go. Chop. I got places to be. Let's go.
Yeah, see, we'll interview, and Steven will be there with me on Friday. We'll interview a couple of the players. Usually it's seniors.
They loved it.
Yeah, and it's always kind of fun. And what I do is the players, if you ask them questions like, goals and, or ask them questions about basketball, they don't really want to talk about that. That like makes them nervous to talk about. But I always love the like giving superlatives. Those are always my favorite of doing, okay, who, if you were stranded on a deserted island, who is the one teammate you'd want there? And then who is the one teammate that you don't want there, kind of thing.
Well, and I tell you, the two guys had mustaches, and they asked the middle guy who had the best mustache, and he goes, "Coach, you put him up to this, didn't you? You put him up to this. I'm not picking. I'm not picking. Nope, not getting me."
Oh yeah, see, I love questions like that.
Mustache.
Like I know Steven's daughter Hannah was a common answer on some of the questions too that the girls had answered last year. So I'll put together some of those questions. It's always kind of fun to do that on Friday evening. The boys did have their first scrimmage last week as well, which was fun to be at. I know Steven got to see that as well, so it was kind of fun to get out there and be able to see the basketball team for the first time.
How do they look?
Good. Didn't shoot well. Didn't shoot well at all. Missed a lot of layups. It was funny. One of the kids finished with like 13 and 12, and after the game, he was looking at his stats, and I was like, "Man, you'd have 30 if you could make a damn layup." he's like, "Yeah, I know." Steven's favorite player, Leroy, though. And I need your judgment on this. So Steven is a favorite player on the team that he's grown to adore over the last couple of seasons.
Oh, great. Okay.
His name is Brody, and Brody just plays incredibly hard. That's just like his thing. He plays hard, but he is this year turned into a headband guy. Are you in or out on basketball players wearing headbands?
As long as it's right side up. If there's a logo on it, it's got to be right side up.
You don't like the upside down Nike?
The upside down irritates me for some reason.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, because Caleb Williams wore an upside down headband earlier this year, and it cracked me up because, like, I saw it and I was like, you couldn't look at that before you went out on. You don't have 1,800 people looking at you before you go out in the game that you had to put.
Well, some people do that on purpose.
I know, and it's the dumbest thing ever. That's one of my.
What I learned, though,
I guess I'm too old because it's just stupid.
Well, yeah, you are. There's no question about that. But I was standing next to a ref during it, and we were just chatting about it. And I think we were making a comment about the headband, and I learned that apparently NFHS rules state that a Nike logo is all you can do. Is you're not like, and it's silly. And he even made it that it was silly. Like he could not wear a headband with a Grayson County logo on. Like it's just kind of silly.
Well, one of the WWE wrestlers had a headband that was a Nike headband, right? So he's sitting there during his debut premiere match, right? The camera pans on him as a tag team, so he's over on the ropes on the side, right? He's got the headband on. The camera pans away. Then 30 seconds later, he's wearing a different headband. They made him change his headband because they didn't want the logo showing to support another company. And it was just the most hysterical thing you'd ever see. Of just, nope, you're not doing it. Switch it.
I'm pretty sure Brody's was just a Nike swoosh on his. But yeah, Leroy, he has two speeds: full tilt or stop, as Steven says here. And he's a fun player to watch. And he switched to number 0, and I believe he's one of the first Cougars to wear 0. So that's kind of fun.
We have a female that will either score 50 points or get ejected. There is no in between. So, and some nights she might do both. So that'll be fun. That
would be entertaining. Let's recap the pick contest from last week really quick. There was no Cougar and no Taylorville game, and none this week either, right? You don't have any games the next week, so next week.
I got 2 little girls that I'm helping out with, but boys don't start till December 1st.
Okay, so next week we will have picks for basketball and so on. We'll both pick boys. You pick boys for me always, so you'll stick with that and so on. So we didn't have any of that. Kentucky against Tennessee Tech. America went with Tennessee Tech. Leroy, you and I went with Kentucky and got the point there. Leroy was the lone homer to go for Northwestern, and they almost pulled it off. I turned it on to see the game-winning field goal. Like it was not on purpose. It was just so happened that I flipped it on and they missed it. Let's come back to it. Let me recap this, and then we can come back to it. Let me recap it, then we'll come back to it. WKU won the 100 miles of hate. We all got the point there. Leroy got a point in a game that was stupid. We don't need to talk about that. I was the lone person to pick the Vikings. Didn't get the point there.
We can come back to that one too. We can come back to that one too later.
I got the point for Jacksonville State against Kennesaw State. I also got the point for the Eagles. America went with Iowa, didn't get the point there, and Leroy did get a point for Oklahoma against Alabama. So the overall standings last week, Leroy, you had 6 points. I had 6 points. America, though, only 3. So a rough week for America last week as the overall standings right now. So that's the worst week for America this year. You'd have to go back to week 1 when there were only 2 potential points for it. So the overall standings, I have 76, America's 73, and Leroy has 65. Okay, you want to talk about Northwestern?
So I'm going to sound really salty, and quite frankly, I don't care. All right?
You sounding salty? No, that never happens.
Can we talk about the Steelers-Bengals game?
Why? There's nothing to talk about.
Exactly, so shut up. All right, so
Wow.
Yeah.
That was very nice. So, listen, hey, I am a Bears fan this week. I'm a bigger Bears fan than you this week, so I want you to hush it. And listen right here. You have one job. You have one job, and I already know the Bears are going to go back to being the Bears on Sunday, aren't they?
Well, I said I'll go back to the Northwestern game here in a second. I already said they're going to give him 18 Percocets, send him out in the football field, and he's going to look like 27-year-old Aaron Rodgers, throw like 8 touchdowns, look fantastic, right? And then whoever the Steelers play the next week, he's going to look like he's 52 years old, throw 4 interceptions, and just be absolute dog crap. But don't worry. I almost thought about picking him up for fantasy this week, just for the fact that one way or the other, I'll be happy. One way or the other, I'll be happy.
I was looking at a Steeler on my fantasy that I could have picked up to help me in fantasy. You know what I did? It's like, nope. I have been doing fantasy football for probably 15 years, and I have not once had a Pittsburgh Steeler on my team. You're pointing the wrong way.
Oh, that way then. Yeah. I don't know. You're to me, on my camera, you're on this side. On my screen, you're on this side.
Really?
Mm-hmm. No. All right. Comment section. Is it this side? Or is it this side?
No. See, you're on this. You're this way.
Yeah, and you're this way.
Yeah. No. Okay. Who's pointing to the person correctly on there?
Is Sam pointing correctly, or am I?
I am pointing towards Leroy.
I'm pointing towards Sam.
No, Sam.
You're sitting right now. What are you talking about? Anyway.
I believe Sam.
So Underwood.
I am correct. Okay.
Underwood for Michigan. Was really cocky for a guy who had 5 turnovers. And I don't know if there's any other Big Ten. I think this is all an SEC comment section. But if anybody else watches college football, Underwood was really cocky for a guy who did not play a very good football game. And then the kicker of that, pardon the pun, was they carried off their field goal kicker for beating the 5-4 Northwestern Wildcats on a 25-yard chip shot.
Listen, I will say don't
give me this bull of, we would if Tennessee carried off their kicker on a 25-yard field goal against Kentucky,
the kicker,
you'd be losing your mind right now.
No, I wouldn't care. The kicker is where it's okay. It's the kicker, Leroy. When does he ever get anybody that's happy for him? He's only ridiculed if he misses, and he'd had a bad game that day, right? Hadn't he missed like 2 or 3 field goals?
Yes.
But he made it when it mattered. And I did flip it on as because I was
that you could have made, Sam.
Oh, I don't know about that. It was windy though, wasn't it? You know, they're at Wrigley kicking it into right field.
It's Wrigley. It's always windy.
Yeah. But I did flip that game on for at least. I watched it early for a few minutes. And then they
took their foot off. They took their foot off the gas in the third quarter, and that kind of let Michigan back in there.
And see, it was one of those things. I was flipping through games, and I flipped back to that one, not knowing what the score was. And I think they had the score, and they were showing like a replay or something. I was like, "Oh, Michigan has the ball. Okay, cool." And then it pops up like 30 seconds left. I was like, "Oh, they're down by 1 or 2. What was it? I don't remember how much they won by.
So stupid.
Wild though. So yeah, you almost got the point though, which would have gotten you the win last week for the pick contest.
So mad.
We'll have our picks a little bit later on in the show. The Bears this week.
Yes.
Take on. You're sending me a photo. Is this something I need to look at now or after the show? Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
The Bears this week have a big game because right now I don't know how you felt I have chuckled at a bunch of the memes of like you've got the 8-3 Bills and it's like the 8-2
Right. It's the Office reference, right? I posted it myself. It's the
I've seen a bunch of different ones, and then it's like, oh, and here is the 7-3 Bears, and it's like, like, oh, one of these does not belong. And the thing that the Bears have done, and it's honestly wild, they keep pulling stuff out of their ass these last 6 weeks, and at some point, that's gonna run out, and the question just is when does it run out? I mean, you think like the Bengals game. They kind of pulled that out. They almost choked that one. They almost choked it last week against the Vikings. They've had a couple in the last, really all of their wins have been close, right? Over the last 6 weeks, right?
Correct.
Does that worry you, or are you just riding high?
He's already had 4 fourth quarter comebacks. Caleb's already had 4 fourth quarter comebacks. And
does that worry you, or are you just riding high to where nothing can bring you down right now?
Here's my issue. I can't even get excited for this team, right? And I'll tell you, it irritates me because at the beginning of the season, all we heard was, well, the Bears are going to suck because their schedule's insanely hard. They've got one of the most insane schedules you've ever seen. They've got the 3rd highest strength of schedule that's in the league. That's all we heard all offseason. All we heard. Well, then the Bears start winning. And then it's, well, look at how easy the Bears schedule was. The Bears schedule has been super easy. Okay, guys.
Well, and I think the thing with that is that
don't even say it. Don't you dare.
6, 7.
You know what? I gotta do. Sorry, you're getting put in 10 seconds timeout for that. It's because of your daughter, and she is your offspring. You can't be mad at me for that. You are getting put into timeout for that. Okay? Because she is your offspring, and you knew it was coming, and you didn't put a stop to it. You didn't put a stop to it. I mean, the thing with what you're saying is as far as the strength of schedule thing is okay, you're looking at the AFC North. They beat the Ravens without Lamar, right? Lamar won in that game. They beat the Bengals without Burrow. They beat, you're looking at some of their wins of, is it fully against fully healthy teams? And that's probably where that's coming from as a criticism.
It's just irritating because look, you can only beat who's in front of you, right?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Winning in the NFL is hard. Winning on the road is insanely hard. And the Bears look, we lose those games. Sam, you and I follow the same team. All right. You and I follow the same team.
No. You have a defense.
We don't win those games.
Bengals don't have a defense. Bengals forced 3 straight punts. They forced 2 straight punts at one point for the first time in a month and a half, Leroy.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me about.
But historically, we don't win those games. So yes, I am riding high right now. But I don't even feel like I can celebrate because the second I celebrate, they're going to lose 6 straight, and then it's just going to be I will celebrate when if they win the division. I'll celebrate, and I'll celebrate when they clinch if they clinch a playoff spot. I'll celebrate.
Will it be 6 or 7 straight?
Shut up.
I was just asking a question.
Uh-huh.
Go away. See, Bears are going to get smacked by the tush push in the playoffs, unfortunately, says Joe.
Well, I tell you, here's a crazy thing for you. It's stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. Oh, Mom's yelling at you.
No, I'm not in trouble. She's just...
If the Bears beat the Steelers and the Buccaneers somehow beat the Rams, the Bears will play the Eagles for the number 1 seed following week, which is crazy to think about. The Bears. The last time the Bears the last time the Bears were in first place this late in the season was 2018. It's nice to. I expect the wheels to fall off any moment. I do, but they're buying in, which is something I have not seen them do in a long time. I have not seen them buy in a long time.
Until it all falls apart, right? It's only time.
I'll ride it till it does.
Oh, Bears Eagles double doink, says John.
Hey, John, don't you have a speaking of collapses?
John asked earlier to this question. I just wanted to come back to it. Will Burrow be back this week?
No. Oh,
what do you know? What do you know?
Hold on. Burrow was a full participant at Wednesday's practice, according to the team injury report. It's the first time the Pro Bowl quarterback has been 100% in practice since he suffered a turf toe injury on September 14th against Jacksonville. However, what's your guys' head coach again?
Zach Taylor?
That's right. Zach Taylor says, don't even ask me about Joe Burrow if he's going to play this week. I refuse to comment.
Which doesn't mean that he's not playing.
Which doesn't mean he is either.
Here's the thing. Joe Flacco, that shoulder is an issue.
Correct.
And I don't think he'll play, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think right now, tomorrow is going to be a big day.
This season's a wash. Why rush him back?
Because I want to have a reason to go on Sunday and have something to be happy and see. And
it's selfish. That's the reason why.
I just want to go there and be able to have. I just want to have a good time. And listen, Joe Flacco has made it a good time. If Joe Flacco can't go and they put Jake Browning in, I'm going to be miserable on Sunday. And I don't want that. I'm already miserable enough because at least like I had a conversation with one of the assistant coaches from the basketball team as a Ravens fan. And we were just talking about that. And the Bengals play the Ravens on Thanksgiving next week. And he was like, I don't want Joe Burrow to play because I don't want him to ruin my Thanksgiving. And I was like, I hope he ruins your Thanksgiving. But we had a back and forth on that.
It's terrified. I love it.
And I said, the best part like about the Bengals right now is the defense is horrendous. But at least like some of these games, they've been absurd and at least entertaining to watch. Like the Bears game, it was entertaining to watch. The Jets game, it was entertaining to watch because something new happens every single time. Whereas I said, like there was the moment early in the UK football season where they were terrible and it wasn't fun. Like it wasn't enjoyable to watch. Now, a lot of this is going with one of these things where it's like it's gonna fall apart. Like when they're playing well in games, and when that happens, I don't really know. You got a player today?
Yeah, we're supposed to get our cornerbacks back this week, but we'll see what happens with that, which we've been so beat up in the secondary. It would be extremely nice if we get Kyler Gordon back.
Oh, yeah, and then after we do your player, we'll do Paul's facts / stats of the week. Even though one of them, Paul, you're kind of being a jerk on. Are
you surprised?
He's not supposed to be a jerk to me, though.
All right.
He's only usually supposed to be a jerk towards you.
We've got two players, one who has passed away,
okay,
and one who is currently playing. Okay. Both of them celebrating birthdays today. So here's the first player. He's a baseball Hall of Famer, 3-time MVP, 11-time All-Star, won the World Series in 1955, and then won at least one batting title. Wore the number 33 and the number 39.
Who won the World Series? I don't know who won the World Series in 1955.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Okay. It's not Jackie Robinson. Yeah,
I'll tell you it's the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Okay. Hit us to the next one.
All right. Super small. I know. I'll read it. Super small. I know. Okay. In 5,030 at-bats, he had 1,400 hits, 260 home runs, batting average of 283, had only 38 stolen bases, and had 41.8 WAR, had a slash line of 283, 363, 496, and an OPS of 859.
Okay. Hit us up with the next one.
All right. Here's the next one. Catcher, outfielder, 5'9", 190 pounds, was born in Philadelphia, died in 1993 at the age of 71 in Woodland Hills, California.
Does it usually put cremated? I don't know that I'd ever seen that.
No, I thought that was weird. I thought that was weird too. Yeah.
Oh gosh. See, died in 1993. See, this is before my. I know that when you say this name, I'm going to know it, but I'm not going to be able to come up with this.
All right. Again, super small. He played for the Washington Elite Giants, the Baltimore Elite Giants, the Philadelphia Stars, and then Brooklyn Dodgers from 1948 to 1957.
Are those Negro League teams?
They are.
So a Negro League player. It's not. It's not Jackie Robinson.
A Negro League catcher. Who?
Oh, see, when you tell me this, I'm gonna kick myself on it. But
look at those numbers though. 3-time MVP and just all-star.
Because it's not like Josh Gibson, is it?
No.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of some of those best players that I know. Who is it?
It's Roy Campanella.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have pulled that out.
Here's player number 2. What, Kaylee? Yes, that's mine. Can I do this, please?
47 for the. Is that the Phillies or the Reds? Right. This one's big enough too. You don't need to. You don't need to read this. This is big enough.
The number 47 is for the Phillies.
Okay. Okay. Hit us up with the next one here. Falata number 50 here. 2-time All-Star, 2-time World Series. Okay.
Again, super small. 557 hits. A 194 batting average. 463 runs, 33 stolen bases.
So is this somebody active right now?
Runs. Correct.
Oh God. This has got to be is this a catcher?
I don't it's not. No, it's not.
Okay, next one then.
Outfielder, first baseman, third baseman. Drafted by the Rangers in the first round of the 2012 MLB draft. Born is November 19th, 1993.
It's not Will Smith.
Nope.
Will Smith's a Kentuckian. He's 32 today. Big guy, 6'6" That's a big guy.
6'5", 250 pounds.
Yeah, from Bishop Gorman. Okay, go with your next one.
He threw a fit about his picture on Road to the Show.
Oh, Gallo, right?
Yes.
Okay, but he's not active.
Yeah, he is. He's in the minor leagues. He's in the minor leagues this year.
Okay, Joey Gallo. Or Gallo, or I don't remember how to say it. Okay, yeah, see, without the picture, I don't think I would have gotten that.
Look at he so if you've ever seen
no memory him as a Philly. Interesting.
If you've ever seen there, you have to go type in Joey Gallo upset at picture. If you haven't seen it yet, he goes on the show and he's like looking up all of this stuff, and he's like, look at my teammates, and they're all showing like pictures of them in action and everything, and smiling and everything, and then there's Joey Gallo. Huh?
There you go. That's a good one today. Paul's stats/facts of the week. Wild but true. After beating the Seahawks, Matthew Stafford is now 116, 115, and 1 in his career. It is the first time he's ever been over 500 as a starting quarterback.
That's crazy.
Matthew Stafford, fact for you. Jackson Smith-Njigba becomes the first player ever to record 75-plus receiving yards in 10 straight games to begin a season. JSN becomes that. Bengals defense, hot garbage. Thanks, Paul. Knew that. They've now given up 27-plus points in 9 consecutive games. That is a new NFL record. Yes, we are aware of that. And then this one is just for you, Leroy. If Justin Fields throws for 80,346 yards on Sunday, he will pass Tom Brady for the most passing yards in NFL history. Those are Paul's stats/facts of the week.
He got benched. He's not even starting on Sunday.
Okay. So the next game he plays in, if he throws for 80,346 yards, he'll pass for Tom Brady.
What's the most yards thrown in a game?
Maybe 600.
So I don't know that. I'm a Bears fan, so I don't know that.
Most passing yards in a single game.
Okay. Can I do this, please?
I know Burrow had like 525, 554.
Who said it?
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard this name before in my entire life.
Okay.
Norm Van Brocklin.
I'll take your word for it.
He did it in September 28th, 1951 for the Rams against the New York Yanks. Joe Burrow is fourth. Joe Burrow is fourth on that list. Matt Schaub.
Paul remembers him.
You're the one that's the old one in this. What did she just say to shut up? She better not be telling me to shut up.
No, Kaylee and London are in the room because I can't ever do a podcast by myself. Stop it.
It's not, Sam.
Oh, she's watching. Okay.
You know Kelly.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Old man Van Brocklin's boy. Steven knows him. I've honestly never heard that name before in my entire life. Okay, you got a couple of quick tidbits? Oh, man, we're already running long.
We're fine. We only did like 58 minutes last week. All right.
Someone's got things to do. I got to host In the Know in the morning. I got to get my beauty sleep.
Shut up. Jamar Chase was denied his appeal for his suspension. He will serve 1 week for deciding to spit on a Pittsburgh Steeler.
I wish I could pay his fine. But his fine is $500,000.
Those Bengals players are the absolute worst. Just going around and spitting on just the absolute worst, I tell you. Lamar Jackson is back to being hurt. And second straight week, Jackson didn't practice for the Ravens on Wednesday, but this time the two-time NFL MVP is listed with an ankle injury. Though he was sidelined Wednesday with a fracture in his left wrist sustained against the Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers insists that he's going to try to return to practice tomorrow. He says it feels better than it did Sunday. He was thankful to get today to work with the head athletic trainer and just focus on rehab for today, trying to get back on the field for tomorrow and see what I can do. The timeline, though, to determine his status for the Steelers' Week 12 game in Chicago isn't as clear to play against the Bears. Rodgers says he must be able to protect himself and says the decision ultimately lies with Coach Tomlin. As Dan already pointed out, Cleveland Browns quarterback Sanders will start Sunday versus the Raiders. According to many rumors, and again, I don't necessarily know if it's true or not. Maybe somebody in the comments can help me. But that was the first reps that Shedeur had with that team at all. Was when he when he came out on the field and played in the third, whatever quarter.
Well,
he came in.
With the ones, it wasn't many. With the ones.
Why?
I mean, he had plenty of stuff on there. John says it was Jalen Ramsey. Does it count? No, I think that's okay. Jalen Ramsey is the way that we described it to yesterday on Jungle Juice is that AJ Green for the Bengals is maybe the most mild-mannered Bengal. Mick and I were talking about this, that we can remember. And he started beating out of Jalen Ramsey during a game back in 2017. So clearly Jalen Ramsey is a grade A punk. Grade A punk. So, never took reps in the ones.
Dallas Mavericks rookie Cooper Flagg will not play tonight against the Knicks. The number one pick of the 2025 draft was added to the injury report Wednesday morning, along with forward Caleb Martin did not participate in the team shoot-around. It'll be the first game that he misses this year. Major League Baseball Commissioner, Rob Manfred, says that the league did not anticipate any further restrictions on baseball prop bets after prominent U.S. sportsbooks recently established a nationwide $200 limit on individual pitches and banned those bets from inclusion in parlays to curtail the motivation for manipulation. Good move on that part, or is there a workaround?
I mean, these people will find a workaround if they want one. I do enjoy those bets, though. I like doing them. To just a random game is like, is this pitch going to be a ball? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? It's just kind of fun for let's put 50 cents on it. Let's put 50 cents on it.
ESPN and Major League Baseball have a reworked deal that includes out-of-market streaming rights, while NBC and Netflix will air games as part of a new 3-year media rights agreement. Commissioner Manfred was also able to maximize rights for the Home Run Derby and the Wild Card Series. NBC Peacock will become the new home of Sunday Night Baseball. Netflix will have the Home Run Derby, the Wild Card Series, and 2 additional games. The 3 deals averaged nearly $800 million per year. Also announced in that is the Field of Dreams game, which will be the Minnesota Twins versus the Philadelphia Phillies for some reason. I don't know if that was a rivalry, but apparently it is. New York Yankees outfielder Trent Grisham, Detroit Tigers infielder Gleyber Torres, Brandon Woodruff from the Brewers, and Shota Imanaga all accepted their qualifying offers on Tuesday. The other 9 players were extended qualifying offers, turned them down, including Kyle Schwarber, Ranger Suarez, Kyle Tucker, Framer Valdez, Bo Bichette, Dylan Cease, Michael King, Edwin Diaz, and Diamondbacks pitcher Zach Gallen. If the hockey playoffs started today, the Hurricanes, Lightning, Devils, and Penguins would be there, as would the Red Wings, Islanders, Bruins, Canadiens, Avalanche versus the Kraken, Stars versus the Jets, Ducks versus the Blackhawks,
Isn't that not till, like March?
the Golden Knights versus the Los Angeles Kings.
Aren't the playoffs like in March?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Good news that no other leagues do those predictions right at the beginning. Good thing that nobody else does that.
My favorite one is when baseball does it like after the first series of the year. And then I'm like, it's funny after the first series, and then I don't want to see it again until like August.
Finally, I have to laugh because after Kentucky fell to Michigan State in basketball, ESPN posted this ridiculous graphic. Normally, I give Sam a hard time and say he's biased. Kentucky would win this game by about 200 points.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Kentucky's NBA guys are unmatched. Unmatched, without question.
So I thought that was funny. Last week's 12-team college football bracket projection versus this week's. Not a whole lot of differences. Georgia moves up a spot. Tulane enters the bracket. Otherwise than that, fairly similar from last week. Anything shock you in this?
No, not really. I mean, then this is, I mean, one of those things, we got to see it in 2 weeks, when it really starts to take shape prior to the conference championships, because that G5 spot can change a lot.
Oh yeah. So those are my tidbits, and we can keep going.
All righty. You ready for real college or not?
Oh, Judson exists.
It is
East,
not
West.
that.
East West. That's the big real college that exists. That
East
sounds
West?
made up.
East West? Is that what you're saying? Okay, this game is really simple for Leroy.
50, Paul. By 50.
I have a list here of 10 schools. Leroy just got to tell me, is this a real college or is this a fake college? It is a relatively simple game, and you actually are somewhat decent at it. You're somewhat decent at it, so let's see if it keeps it up. Your first one today, Winona State University. Winona State University.
Real.
Pretty confident in that. And you are...
Pretty sure
correct.
They made the tournament.
Correct. It is
They
Winona
made-
State. This is not a D1 school, so no. Maybe they maybe made some tournament. Where is Winona State, Leroy, just for fun?
I will say Missouri.
No, it's in Minnesota.
That's why I know it's real.
Yeah,
That's
I was
why I
going to
know
say
it's
that.
real.
That's why I was feeling like everyone might know that. The Northern Pacific Institute of Technology. Northern Pacific Institute of Technology. Is that real or is it fake?
South Harmon Institute of Technology, boys.
Is this real or is it fake?
Fake.
You're correct. It is fake. Shorter University. Sounds like
Really?
a place that you
Really?
will end up at. Shorter University. Is it real or is it fake?
Fake.
It is fake, says Leroy. Yeah, no, that's real.
Are you
Shorter University. It is real. It is in Georgia. Next up, Great Basin College. I'm
going to say real. That sounds real.
That sounds real. Why does it sound real, huh?
Like in Montana or like Nevada or something.
It is in Nevada. Look at you. Look at you for doing that.
Let's go.
You are guaranteed now to miss the rest of them. I think after pulling that out, you're never getting another one of these again. Next up is Caledonia University. Caledonia University.
I think there was a school called Caledonia State at one point. Sounds really, really. I'm going to say fake.
It is fake. It is fake. Georgian Court University. Georgian Court University. Is that real or is it fake?
Fake.
Georgian Court. No, that's real. That is in New Jersey. That is in New Jersey.
Of course it is. Because why would a Georgian school be in Georgia?
Prairie Lake State University. Prairie Lake State University. We got a lot of fake guesses here.
Real.
Prairie Lake State University. You say it's real. No, that's fake. Lemoyne College. Lemoyne College.
Real.
He says it's real. And you're correct. That is real. Briarcliff University. Briarcliff University.
Also real.
Correct. Where is that?
Vermont.
No, not even close. Iowa.
Okay.
Where's Lemoyne?
California.
Not even close. New York. Good job. And the last one, Arlington Heights Polytechnic. Arlington Heights Polytechnic.
Fake.
He says it's fake, and you are correct. That is fake. Arlington Heights. Good job. Good job. There you go. Have that. I just love the comments here. It's just fake, fake, real, fake, real, fake. Just a bunch of them different going on down here. Alrighty, time for a little bit of play clock here. Would you like to ask or answer?
What's crazy, I think I went and did a college visit at Briarcliff.
It's in Iowa.
I'm pretty sure I did a college visit there.
I don't know where it is in Iowa.
Back in 2001. It's south of Des Moines, if I remember right.
Would you like to ask or answer on this?
I will ask first.
Okay, I'm ready.
A genie promises to reveal the truth about any famous mystery. What mystery are you getting solved?
It's in Sioux City. Briarcliff University.
So northwest. Briarcliff is northwest.
Oh, I really wish they would have a better nickname than the Chargers. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just feel like they needed a better nickname than that. Okay. A genie to reveal one mystery?
A genie promises to reveal the truth about any famous mystery. What mystery are you getting solved?
Oh boy. I think I'd be curious on how some of the things were built. Like whether it's Stonehenge, whether it's the pyramids, like how was it really built? Yeah, something like that. Like how did they really do it? Was it aliens? I don't know. Might have been. Aliens. Yeah, I like the aliens. So for that, John drops in an Epstein files. Paul wants to know if we went to the moon. Okay. But yeah, that would be mine. Okay, my question for you. Not going over my sheet. This is one that I had planned out since somebody likes to complain. Somebody likes to complain.
I don't complain.
Mm-hmm.
The audience complains.
I don't really give a.
Wow.
Who is the most recognizable figure that is currently alive across the world? So, like, who is the most recognized person in the world right now?
Alive? Honestly, probably Donald Trump, to be honest with you. I mean, most polarizing figure. I mean, everybody knows who he is.
Do you think if you went to Africa, though, that they would know who he is?
Yeah, I do. Otherwise than that, I mean, if we're going as far as like, I don't know what Messi. If Messi walked up to me right now, I'd have no idea what he looks like. Let's see. Otherwise than that, Taylor Swift.
What about Shaq?
Good point.
Paul said at the same time.
Yeah,
Shaq.
good point. See, I would have said, yeah. Jordan, athlete wise, probably Jordan's probably up there. But
if you went to a random city in Kenya, would they know who Michael Jordan was?
But that's it. That's just it, right? And that's why, like, I just wonder if we're talking about worldwide. I don't think Steven Smith's too far off, right? Soccer is the most popular sport. Soccer is the most popular sport in the entire world, you know. And while the average American might not recognize who Messi is, every single person in Africa and Europe is going to know exactly who he is. So, otherwise, you know, Lewis Hamilton maybe from F1. I mean, we're talking like, you know, they've got a huge following as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw a reel or something, and it was interesting. I was like doing that. Oh, Steven is right. Oh, Paul Reeves is a close second. If we're
talking about people, Michael Jackson.
I thought you were going to be like, if we're talking about dead people, Paul Reeves. I was like, well, I didn't know you were going to kill Paul Reeves off right here in the show. Okay, what's next one?
All right. Would you rather live in a Western film on the old American frontier or live in a Hallmark movie, but you're always the guy that gets left for the rugged country guy?
That's cruel. You know that, right? That's cruel.
It's just an active look at your real life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've already done the second part, so why don't we just do it again? I'm used to that. Pretty much exactly what it was. And I'm not even going to answer the rest of the question because you're an asshole.
Paul says he's got to fake his death so he gets out of the Indy 500.
See, Paul, I was looking today at the Reds schedule, and I got really excited because the Braves play at the Reds the last weekend in May. And I thought, oh, is that the same weekend as the Indy 500? No, the Indy 500 is the weekend before. I was like, that would be perfect for you to come to do a game on and then go up to the Indy 500 and do both because it's not like it's very far.
Yeah.
For that. You're not a very nice human being. And now, because of that, I'm going to make you pick 1 to 20.
There it is. 19.
19. I've not looked at this. I'm going to read it. And whatever it is whatever it is. And I hope it's awful to you. Okay. I hope it's awful. Okay, ready? Bang. If everyone in your life had to describe you using only one word, what word do you fear that they would pick?
What word do I fear that they would? There, you just said it. You just said it right there. You just said it. Arrogant.
What did you say? You broke up.
Arrogant. I'm not that short.
Why arrogant?
Because I'm loud and I'm boisterous and shut up, John. And I talk a lot and I'm just an outgoing personality that's really outgoing.
I'm a little disappointed. That wasn't the greatest question. I'm doing a search on here and there were some really, oh gosh, this is one here. Because now I'm just curious. We can all answer this. Your life becomes a video game. What's the final boss?
Christy.
What's the final boss? What's
for you?
Boss?
Steven.
No. Steven and I are on the same team.
Oh, you were?
The Owensboro Sports Center.
The betrayal.
The owners of the Owensboro Sports Center, I feel like, would be my final boss. Sorry, the world famous Owensboro Sports Center.
Yeah,
world
right.
Famous.
Yeah,
world
right.
famous Owensboro Sports Center. I feel like that would be. I like that one though. I like that one. Do you believe? I always like doing these. Reading this. Yeah, John. I feel like that's a cop out to say my final boss is myself. A little bit of a cop out.
I know who John's final boss is. I know who John's final boss is, but it's for another podcast another time.
Well, you've already called me out, so you're gonna call someone else? Call John out too?
No, John knows who it is.
Do I need
John
to call you out too?
John's final boss is the locker. That's all I'm going to say.
The locker.
That's John's final boss, the locker. All right, so moving on.
The Hurt Locker?
Sure.
Davy Jones's locker?
Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one.
Okay, this is clearly an inside joke. I don't like this because it's an inside joke that we're not part of. So
I hope to be a part of an inside joke one day. What are you drinking?
It's not none of your damn business.
Wow.
I'm mad. See, look, I'm drinking this. What is that? You know?
Pee. You're drinking pee. Got it.
Look, logo's out, right? For Dan.
There we go. Thank you.
That's for Dan, not for you. Grouchy. You've made me grouchy. Now I'm about to put that on you now. And you deserve it just like Jalen Ramsey did. Okay, you got any autographs?
Right. I do. All of these guys have something in common. We'll see if we can figure out what they have in common.
I got you, Dan. We will have our picks here coming up in a few moments as well. Oh. Is that John McCain?
It is not John McCain.
They give Miller High Life away. No, I actually don't mind Miller High Life.
No way you paid money for the. Oh, all of a sudden we're beer connoisseurs. Listen, the best beer is free, okay?
No, it's not Cam Newton.
It's not Tom Brady.
It's not Tom Brady. It does look like John McCain.
I can see where you got Tom Brady from there a little bit. T.
Is that a T?
No, it's not.
Is that a J?
Yes.
Jameis Winston? Is it Joe Montana?
Out of my bathroom.
I was also thinking of Joe Montana.
It is not Joe Montana. Nope.
Okay, who is this?
This is Josh McCown.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Next up. No, it's not James Spence.
I'm assuming this was a guess to the last one for Paul, Joe Theismann.
Nope.
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
He's like backup quarterbacks?
Hold on. We got Josh McCown, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And who is this?
Well, that glare doesn't help.
Yeah, sorry. I could not find a better picture for this guy. But I will tell you that he played for the Patriots, Cardinals, Browns, Texans, Bears, 49ers, Colts, and Raiders.
What can you give us the initials? Because the glare's really hurting.
BH.
Brian Hoyer?
See, that's why I didn't want to. Yes, okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have. The glare doesn't.
So we've got Brian Hoyer, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Josh McCown. Okay.
All backup quarterbacks.
All right. What do all three of these and Josh Johnson have in common?
Play double-digit teams or something like that as a backup quarterback?
They actually hold the record for playing for the most teams ever. So Josh Johnson, how many teams do you think you can name? And you got a 50-50 shot at getting this right.
Of Josh Johnson?
Josh Johnson. He played for 14 teams.
Okay. Commanders, Ravens,
yep.
Bengals,
Bucks,
right?
Yep. He started with the Bucks. Yep.
I don't think he ever was a Brown, though, was he?
He was.
He was a Brown. I think he was a Bear for a period, wasn't he?
He was not.
No? Okay, yeah, see, that's Atlanta maybe in there.
John got it. So it went Bucks, 49ers, Browns, Bengals. Then he went to the Jets, then the Colts, the Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, New York Giants, Texans, Raiders, Lions for a year, Broncos, and then the Commanders, and that's where he finished. So Josh Johnson played for 14 teams. Josh McCown played for 12. Ryan Fitzpatrick played for 9. And Brian Hoyer played for 8. Those 4 guys lead the NFL with most teams played for in a career.
Interesting.
The journeymen of the NFL, which is really weird to think about.
Yeah, Flacco's only played for Jets, Browns, Bengals, Ravens, Colts. So it's only 5 for Flacco right now.
Yeah,
but he's getting up there. All AFC teams do, which is interesting for Flacco, and 3 of the 4 AFC North teams.
Is there a real difference as far as football goes in the AFC and the NFC, do you think?
I mean, the AFC is real football.
I don't know why I flippin' bother trying to have a conversation with this guy.
Not a lot.
Like, I always think about the American League and National League, right? Because after they got rid of the DH,
there's not much of a
there's
difference.
not really a big difference between the American League and National League. So I was trying to think if there was a real Shut up. I was trying to think of if there was a real.
You really are being quite mean tonight. Like, who peed in your Wheaties? I mean, taking shots at me, taking shots at John, telling everybody shut up.
Being mean to me tonight.
No, they're not. You've been mean to us. God bless.
Champagne.
Champagne of beers is right. Listen, there might be some basketball games this year where I might need some champagne of beers.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
AFC is more offensive. NFC is more defensive.
Wait, are we buying that statement? Is that a buy or a sell?
I don't think that's that unfair. I need to think about it a little bit more. Time for the pick contest here. For this week. And, well, except for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow hasn't earned that respect for some reason. Pick contest for this week, though. Again, the overall standings from this week. America had a tough week, so they dropped down into second.
Womp womp.
It was the overall standings here. I have 76, America's 73, and back down at 65 is Mr. Clamola and Leroy. Okay, first game of this week. Leroy, you'll open us up as the Kentucky Wildcats travel to Vanderbilt to take on the Commodores of Vandy. Who you got?
Vanderbilt. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I will also take Vandy in that game. America, make sure to leave us your comment in the comment section. Although, it wouldn't shock me if Kentucky wins this game. They're playing well right now, but I think it being Diego Pavia's senior night is why I'm going to go with that. Steven says Vandy, John says Vandy, so it looks like Vandy will be America's pick for this week.
5 years ago, if I would have told you Vandy was going to beat Kentucky, you all would have laughed at me.
Yeah, Kentucky, though, has struggled with Vandy over the years. So, like, yeah. And a game that everyone has just been dying to watch. I mean, just dying to watch. The Northwestern Wildcats host the Minnesota Golden Gophers. God.
Shut.
I mean, oh, this one's at Wrigley, too. I didn't realize that.
Is
Minnesota, it is, apparently. That's what ESPN says. Minnesota at Northwestern.
Why? Because they're building the state. They paid a bunch of money because they're building their stadium. So they were trying. Yes, absolutely. It's too cold to play at the lake. That's why.
I'll take Northwestern. I don't feel good about it, but I'm going to take Northwestern. John takes Northwestern. Steven takes Minnesota. Who are you taking?
Northwestern has never won at Wrigley Field.
And they won't now?
And they won't this week either. Minnesota.
Wow, Minnesota. This might be the first time all season you've picked against Northwestern.
And I'm excited to be wrong.
Mm-hmm. This will be the one time you're right.
Well, I tell you,
Minnesota's America's pick.
They get a win. They get a bowl game. So they just need one win, man. That's all I want. One win. because Northwestern was predicted to finish 14th out of 18, whatever Big Ten teams there are, and she embarrassed me, so I'm embarrassing her. Anyway, so we were predicted to finish like 14th. If we get a bowl game, that's a big win for this season, honestly.
WKU travels to LSU, Leroy.
LSU.
WKU at LSU. This would be a fun game to go to. This would be a fun game to experience. It's at night. Since it's at night, I got to pick LSU. But I think the tops keep it somewhat close. Like if we were picking the spread, I might take WKU to cover. It's like 24.5. So I almost would go with this for it. America, let us know your pick for WKU at LSU. Steven says, don't know. Oh, look at Paul picking WKU in this game. Steven, are you picking LSU with this, or you all got to go with a top? Says, don't know that. I know John is picking LSU. So, Steven, let us know who your official pick is. Or are you calling for a tie, even though there can't be a tie in college? So since Paul is picking WKU, you all can try and pick up a point there for it. Steven's picking LSU, so it will be LSU as America's pick. Bengals, Leroy, on Sunday host the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Patriots.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots too. I hope if WKU beats LSU, I will absolutely talk crap to Crapple. Absolutely talk crap to him.
You better.
Without question. I'll take the Patriots in this game for Bengals against the Patriots. But this is a game the Bengals wouldn't shock me if they win. Paul's taking the Patriots.
Okay.
And John's picking the Bengals and Steven is picking the Bengals. So the Bengals are America's pick this week. How about that? The Bears host the city near West Virginia, the dreaded team. Leroy, I don't ask a lot from you. I really don't. I'm asking this of you because what do we do? Go bear down? Is that what we say?
We say bear down.
I don't love that.
I don't care.
I don't love that, but bear down.
What's your guys' thing? Houday?
Houday, yes.
Houday? What are we houdaying? Houday? Who are they? I've been trying to figure out who they are all season.
You're really like. See, what you don't realize is I can not only do this. I think if I have the ability here I'm very interested too. If I hit ban from studio, because there are options here to kick you and ban you. If I hit ban,
I will never be able to rejoin. It'll do something that jacks up.
I'm interested. What would happen? What would happen? It would be fun. I'm going to take the Bears though in this game.
The game's at Soldier Field, right?
That's what my notes here says. So Bears hosting the city near West Virginia. I'm taking the Bears because I can't pick the other team.
I'm taking Bears.
Paul is also picking the Bears.
We win until we don't.
And Bears is going to be America's pick here. Okay. Let's find a good college football game here for us to pick this week. What should we do, Leroy?
I know what I'm taking.
Fun. Got to be something fun.
I'm taking.
What do we pick here? There was one that stood out to me. And you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to go to Valley Children's Stadium on Saturday night.
Uh-huh.
Who's Valley Children's Stadium? Do you have any idea?
No idea, dude.
Utah State travels to Fresno State. Utah State 5-5, Fresno State 7-3. But ESPN has this as a 50-50 game. 50-50 game. So Utah State at Fresno State. Who you got?
Fresno.
You're taking Fresno State. You know, I'm You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for an upset here. I'm going to take Utah State. Pulls off an upset. Why? I have no reasoning as to why. No reasoning as to why. And America's going to go with Fresno. What's your first game of the week?
So my first game of the week is, and I want somebody to help me look it up because I've tried looking it up and I can't find it. Our game of the week is a little bit different. What we are going to do is Alabama plays Eastern Illinois University this week. Okay? All I want you to do is I need somebody to find me what the spread is of the game.
It's an FCS game, so there are no spreads.
Oh, there won't be any spread? All right. So, crap, that won't work. All right, let's do Colts versus Chiefs. For John.
Colts versus the Chiefs. God. I don't like this game at all. What a disgusting matchup. Colts at the Chiefs is Leroy's first one. I'll take the Chiefs. Colts are frauds. Steven says Auburn versus Mercer could be interesting.
I would have loved to have done, will they score more than 50 points? That's what I would love to. That's what I'd love to do.
Yeah, they don't do spreads for those games though. Who are you picking in this?
I will take the Colts. I need to get some points back.
Okay, Paul, you're going to be America's pick here. John shockingly is picking the Colts. Paul is telling, yeah, he does. Okay, yeah, Paul, who is your pick though? You got to be America's pick here to see what you're doing. Does he play defensive against you to try and keep you out? Who will be his pick? Well, he's doing that. See, I hate you love doing the actual good college games, but those are tough because they're always 50-50 games. And I don't love those without question. Oh, boy. Paul's going to take the Colts, so Colts is America's pick of this week. What do we want to do here? There are a lot of... Do we? You know what? Old Dominion travels to Georgia Southern. Old Dominion at Georgia Southern. Leroy, who you got?
Old Dominion.
Any reasoning as to why?
Nope. Just felt natural.
I will also take Old Dominion in this game. John is going to take Old Dominion. Steven is going to take Georgia Southern. And Paul will also take Georgia Southern. So Georgia Southern is America's pick. And the last game, Leroy.
Number 23, Wisconsin takes on, in basketball, takes on number 9, BYU in Utah.
I was going to say, Wisconsin is, when is this game?
It is Friday afternoon at like 3:00 for some reason.
That is weird. Oh, it's in Salt Lake City. Okay. That is weird. Why is that? Yeah. That is weird. You're not doing Loyola, Maryland and Kentucky that night? Kentucky might lose that game. Wisconsin at BYU in basketball. I will take BYU. I don't like Wisconsin. Steven is taking BYU. Paul is taking Wisconsin. Who are you taking?
BYU.
I haven't forgiven Wisconsin for since 2015.
I have not.
Paul, we need a pick from John to break the tie.
Shockingly, I like them about as much as I like Green Bay. Crazy how that works.
You just don't like that. Never go against the Badgers in basketball, says Paul. Well, America is for that. Alrighty. We ripped through our picks here of this week. We'll be back next week. Broke my ankle. Yeah, you did break your ankle on the Wisconsin campus, Stephen. I forgot about that.
Did you?
Yeah, he was playing basketball in like a bankers convention, right? Did you just?
No. I was rubbing the. I can't explain it, but no, that's not what I was doing.
Okay. That was very loud, and I was like, "Oh, be darned! You really have lost it. You've really lost it on that." Next week, though, are you good for Wednesday next week? Right?
Gosh, I should be.
Since it's leading into Thanksgiving.
Oh,
which is wild.
Yeah, I should be. Yeah.
Okay. I know things are a little weird for that. We should be good though to do.
I've got some weird. The schedule's really weird this year. I got my calendars all put together for November and December, but it's just been really bizarre this year. So I had a county board meeting tonight for some reason. I never have county board meetings on Wednesdays, so I don't know what. It's just been bizarre.
Well, we look forward to next week, going into Thanksgiving holiday. And
matchups for football. We're excited.
And the best part is that next week we actually get to pick some basketball games. We actually get to pick some basketball games. So that'll be fun for the Cougars and the Tornadoes. So I guess Cougars, you'll be picking Grayson County against Central Hardin in a season opener.
Mm-hmm.
And what will we get to look forward to on picking? What's Taylorville's opener?
Williamsville. Taylorville at Williamsville.
Oh, Stephen, we're thankful for you. Thank you. At Williamsville.
Yep. The Williamsville Bullets.
I was going to guess they were the Vikings.
They are purple. Which is...
How far is that?
About a 45-minute drive.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. You see, the Cougs are at home on that Monday. That'll be nice.
The biggest problem with their gym, they don't have a press area. So I literally have to set up among the Taylorville fans.
Oh, that's what we do at home. Yeah, that's what we do most places.
I literally just sprawl out on the bleachers and
we put a table in the stands and we just chill and have a good time. We got our little makeshift booth. And listen, what Steven gets to look forward to is my death stares given to people who stand in my way. Because we sit right by the aisle. We sit right by the aisle, and we're at the top, so that's where people can walk down. But we always keep it roped off so that people won't walk through it. And people will still sometimes do it, and they stand right there, and they block my view. And I give them the look like, will you move and get the hell out of the way? And it happens. Or I step over the chain, drives me even crazier. Drives me crazy because it's never somebody that tries to step over the chain that's in good shape. You know, it's somebody like you, Leroy, who's, I mean, listen, you're not the bastion of shape. You admit that, right?
I used to be.
Okay. But you struggle stepping over the chain for one, because the chain's higher than you are.
I was gonna say, how high is the chain?
I mean, it's taller than you, probably. So it's probably 3 feet. No, it's probably 3 feet. It's probably 3 feet.
I don't know. If a chain is like here on me, I don't step over it. Just me.
Yeah, it's probably 3 feet. Maybe not that much. So there's 2 chains.
I mean, Paul makes a good point. I'll just under it.
There's 2, so you can't.
No, then I'll wrestle it. I'll step over the bottom one, slide in, and then
and I would hate. What's funny is we had a crew member who since there's 2 chains, the chain up top was open, but the chain at the bottom was not. He's walking up the stairs and he falls, and he falls and he's laying on the chain and just like balancing back and forth. I literally it was one of those things. I wish I would have video of that because it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It is an inconvenience.
I just remember there was one time where we had there was a track that ran, like the gym was here, okay? And it's like they have a track that ran above. And so that's where we all had to stand, and that's where we all had to was up.
Yeah, we have a couple places like that, yeah.
But my plug-in wasn't close, so I had to run cord across the floor and just hope to God I didn't get unplugged, which I did multiple times. The third time I got unplugged, I was really loud. And I was just, clearly we don't know how to step over things when we're here at the gym, as people are just doing whatever the heck they want around here and knocking out cords. I was, I was so mad, dude. I
remember I was at a summer basketball game a couple of years ago, and it was in a church, but it was in a church that had like a track at the top level. And the top level was for college coaches. And I also made it a media area because there were literally no college coaches there. And I wanted to be somewhere where I could take my notes, spread out, and do everything. But it was also the track. And there was an old man who was walking on the track. Clearly he was like a member of the church or something and was just doing that. And for some reason, every single time he would walk by, he'd like pat me on the back. Like I was his, and you know me, like
you were the counter for laps.
I was like, I don't want to be touched. And I like every time I was like, stop. Like you're driving me crazy. You're driving me crazy.
I forgot to mention in my tidbits, James Franklin is the new head coach of Virginia Tech. And I cannot wait for that to blow up in Virginia Tech's face.
I think it's a really good hire for them. I think it's probably a really good hire for them. He fits really well there. Fits really well.
The cocky, arrogant attitude. Yeah, I like it. He was petting you, Sam.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Okay, well, we'll be back next week for next week's edition of the show. Any parting thoughts?
Be safe and have some fun. Watch some basketball and start getting yourselves pumped up for the winter months. And Connor Bedard had a hat trick, his second of the year already, and he's got 28 points in 18 games, which has been fantastic. He's been really, really good. So good to see him playing well.
As a basketball fan, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I'll say that is a lot because I don't know hockey. So we'll see you next week. Have a great week, everyone. Appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everyone.